Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community, from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
The following program is produced by Lawin Media Network. The views and opinions expressed in this program are solely those of the individuals appearing on the show and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Lawin Media Network, its affiliates, sponsors, or partners. The content provided in this program is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Lawin Media Network does not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or timeliness of the information.
Everyone, again, magandang umaga po dyan sa Pilipinas and welcome to our 12th episode of Be Bold.
Why not?
Yes.
Muy buenas noches a todos aquellos que se encuentran en Latinoamérica. Muy bienvenidos a este nuevo episodio de Be Bold.
Yeah, and we are live on Facebook and YouTube and
also streaming Lawin.live.
yes, stream.lawin.live. And if you miss our live show, you can listen to our podcasts at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, and a lot more.
Also oh my goodness, there are so many that I'm right now also in Pandora, Podcast Addict,
Yeah.
and oh my God,
iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio.
What is happening to me today?
It's okay. Yeah. So if you miss the live show, you can definitely listen to those podcasts that we have just mentioned. So it's our 12th episode, and tonight we're gonna, finalize or talk about the last 3 laws of the 15 invaluable laws of growth. But before we get to there, of course, I want to know how your week is going.
Well, it has been very good. I've been quite busy, a lot of activities this past weekend, but very nice, enjoying, As you can see, the weather was really nice in Houston. So, I mean, just the fact to go and take a little walk, it was just beautiful, fresh air. But now, today is completely different story. But it was beautiful, I will tell you. What about yours?
It's so cold right now. Oh my God, that's the weather in Texas. It was pretty hot the previous days, and today it's like 40s. We have
amazing,
to wear
yesterday, just a little t-shirt almost. And
today you have to layer
right.
up and make
but
sure.
This is Houston, So.
Yeah, this is Texas weather, of course. But also, we would like to remind our viewers that we still have our game going on. And I would like for us to show the video about the mechanics of our game.
How to join the game. 1. Watch the live show and listen to the conversations. 2. Watch out for the 2 questions of the day on your screen. 3. Type your answer for each question in the comment box. 4. The first to type in the correct answer for each question wins. Good luck.
Good luck. And please, if you are watching, feel free to ask any questions or have your comments and just interact with us. So
just any experience,
yes.
Because we're going to be talking about 3 very important laws of John Maxwell. And I think these 3 laws applies in many areas of our lives. So if you have something to just share, just be free to do it.
Yes, and we'd love to share it to our viewers. Yeah, if, say, for example, we're talking about a certain law and you have some kind of experience or insight or advice to all out there, then feel free to do so. We'd love to share your experience or your story in our show. So the first law that we're going to talk about tonight, what is it, Atala?
Is the love of modeling.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Very important love if you think about it, you know. I think that you have always somebody to modeling in life. Sometimes they're our parents when we're little, right? But when we start growing, it's always important to have somebody else that has been already in your shoes. I mean, has the experience, the knowledge, you know, has that kind of skills that you're going to need to be able to perform better. So what do you think about this?
Yeah. Well, the law of modeling simply says that it's hard to grow if you don't have anybody else but yourself to follow. Correct. So that's what just it simply means. And as you said, even like as parents, if our kids, as they grow up or as we grow up as kids, we always say that we have to be careful what we do or what we say when we're in front of our kids, because they're going to pick it up. And as they say also, action speaks louder than words, because even if you tell your kids, oh, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, but if we are actually doing what we're saying that they cannot do, then of course they're going to follow what they see.
Because they always, you know, they imitate whatever they see first of all. But also it's important to recognize here, you know, even when you start, you know, getting older, like when you start really wanting to achieve your own dreams or maybe start a business, it's very important to have some, like a mentor, somebody that you can actually talk to, that you can trust as well, that you know that has the experience, that can give you a very good feedback, but also you can build that relationship in honesty, because it's very important. Modeling somebody who has been already, I mean, in your shoes, has the experience. Because many times, you know, you want to create all these things and you are going cycles, you know, with your own ideas, and maybe you're wasting energy. I think that we all need mentors in our lives.
Yeah, and that's exactly true, because we don't know everything. I mean, so as people say, there are things also about ourselves that we don't know, but other people see. You know, there's part of our lives that, or of our personalities that other people see. So if it's something that we don't see in ourselves, then we cannot grow up. It's limited.
We can't. That's what happen. You're so right on that aspect too, because many times we're operating the same, you know, behavior, the same kind of pattern that we don't even see that. But when somebody, you know, see you and
points it out,
yes, it's like amazing. And that's a stretch also right there. So I believe this is a very important law that we should all kind of imbibe into our lives.
Yes. And as you have mentioned, Atala, that we should have all of us should have a mentor, right? So what are the things that you are looking for when you are thinking of who you want to follow or who you want to be your mentor is? What
I think somebody that you trust, because it's important, like a family relationship, you know, that I have some mentors, and honestly, like when I'm going through something, I feel comfortable enough to call them, you know, I know there's going to be a good feedback, and more importantly, they know me, so they're going to be very honest, you know, they're going to give me not just like any kind of answer, but they're going to help me to grow on that process, and they're going to confront me. That's important too. So I think honesty. Also, I think adaptability, you know, because some of the mentors also, they're not going to be maybe always try to pamper you, you know. They're going to be adaptable to your personality, but also they're going to be able to really kind of, again, guide you through, I mean, connecting with you, but also help you to stretch on those moments. Be flexible, that you can also understand that the mentor is like a guide, like a light in your life.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, for someone to be a good mentor, they have to have worthy experience, you know, because if you don't have the experience, then there's no basis for you to actually pass on, or there's nothing that you can share if you don't have the experience, right? So a good mentor should have like worthy experiences that they can share to their mentees. Also, a good mentor should be available.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's hard when you're trying to, you know, ask so many questions and you have you need some tips or you need some guidance, and you are with this mentor, but you can even reach your mentor.
Yes,
So
and I think you develop a relationship. Over the
availability
years.
is very important for a good mentor. And of course, a good mentor should be someone that actually supports you and, be a friend and supportive. Like,
And I think that to me it's very important to develop that relationship. It's like it's a friend, it's a mentor, it's even a coach also, because create awareness in those moments, and it's somebody that you completely, again, you trust, connection, relationship, and that deep understanding about what are your needs, because they went already through the same journey, but they had experience, as you mentioned before.
Yes, they have proven experience.
Exactly.
Yes, experience that they have gained wisdom from, and that wisdom they can share with whoever they're mentoring. I know there's a lot of programs out there that offer
Too many,
mentorship,
too many,
and it's like, oh my goodness, it's so hard to pick which one. But the thing too is, whenever you're picking your mentor or trying to decide which way to go, have someone that you actually align your values with, because that's very important, because it has to be someone that had made an impact on other people's lives the way that you want to make an impact on others.
Yes, I think that you have to live like the life story, their lives. I mean, how they have grown, their challenges, how they evolve over the years. What are they doing in the present moment? But also their values is crucial, because that's going to give you a lot of clarity also. When you are, making decisions in life and you have this, very clear values, it's easy to actually make any decision. It's faster, it's easier. And if that mentor has also the same values, it's going to be natural, the connection.
Oh, yes. And you work together better because you believe in the same, you have the same beliefs, you have the same principles, your stories kind of are like the same, and like you want to make a positive impact in the same way. So it's important. Alignment of values is very important when you're looking for someone to mentor you. And but Atala, so I would like to know who is your best mentor?
I think it's Tracy Arnold. It's an amazing mentor for me in many different areas, spiritual, professional, business. I met her many years ago, actually, and it has been a beautiful relationship over the years. So I will say that. I have several, even you John Maxwell, remember? We have you go in the mentorship, you always have opportunity to talk with different great mentors, actually. But I think sometimes you have to have somebody who is available. Really. You pick up the phone, you talk to the person, you share your situation, and you know that you're gonna get a good feedback and a real, an honest answer as well.
Yes, because that's very important. Someone, as you said, someone that will be brave enough and bold enough to tell you if something is not going right. Because a lot of times we want affirmation, right? We want people to actually validate what we are thinking or what we are feeling. But sometimes you only want to hear what we want to hear.
And that's not good. We should really all work on that. Because you always go with a friend, it's going to tell you something beautiful. Sometimes you don't need to hear only beautiful things. You need to also hear the truth. You are not doing very well in this area. That's why there's the opportunity to grow. And sometimes, we all need those people that they are in our lives that they want to challenge us.
That's why they say a real friend or a true friend actually tells you the truth. Even if they tell you what they tell you hurts, if it's the truth and if it's going to help you improve and become better and grow, then that's better than having someone who just want to praise you and not want to hurt your feelings, but then you're not growing or you're not going any further in your life because nobody's telling you the real truth. Nobody's actually telling you that you need to grow on this area of your life, and that's not helping. So if you want a mentor that's honest and truthful and who cares, then we have to be that mentor to our friends and family as well.
It's something that it's going to have an impact. Whatever whatever answer you're going to be giving to somebody, because most probably I have been mentored some people, and I have to be very straightforward, not pamper them, but be honest, especially. But
I think we're gonna have to pause for a break. We were gonna read the first question when we come back. Welcome back.
Time is like
yes, time just
every
flies.
time that you enjoy something, time flies.
That's
There's
true.
No way,
That's very true. It's like we're just chatting here, and
it's just
time-
nice,
time
sharing
is-
experience, sharing knowledge.
Yeah.
Just this moment has been really like it's a growth process. You get to know more, not just of course MJ, but also we learn to know more ourselves as well.
Yes, that's right. So again, for us to grow in our lives and in our, in our personality and all that, we have to have someone that we can look up to.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we don't know everything. Our experiences may have made us what we are now, but there's so much more that we can grow from where we are right now. And for us to be able to do that, we have to have a good mentor or a coach.
And I think it's very important also, like for example, I was telling my son, he's 22, and before say, go ahead and start looking for good mentors, because you're gonna need them. Sometimes you start getting mentors when you are older, and that's still okay. Never is late to learn from somebody else. But I do believe in this present, if you are 18, 19, start looking for mentors, because it's really amazing your growth. It's going to be more exponential, you're going to be more focused. You're going to actually develop a different mindset when you want to achieve a goals. And you're going to have somebody who's going to kind of confront you, but motivate you, inspire you, and help you to transform those limited beliefs as well. So I truly believe it's very important. If you are between 18, 20, 21, don't hesitate. This is your time to start looking for a very good mentor in your life.
Yes, that's very true. So for those of you who don't have mentors yet, Coach Atala is here. She can coach you.
Happy to
yes.
You.
So it's literally just saying everybody needs a coach, and it may not be like a professional coach at this point in your life, but you have someone in your life, like a friend, a family member, or a teacher, or somebody that you have been talking to whenever you need some guidance, then that's a coach. But at some point in our life, especially when we are like not growing and we're dealing with a lot of things that we need professional help, then there are a lot of professional coaches out there.
That's right.
Yes.
It's a boom right now. And you also need to be very clear about what do you really want, maybe sometimes we want to grow in one area in our life, or maybe in our spiritual journey, or maybe in your professional area, but it doesn't matter. I believe about having that person that's going to be available to you, that you trust that person and has the experience that you mentioned.
Yes. We have a comment from Eileen, attorney Eileen. She said, "Hi, MJ and Atala." Thank you so much, attorney Eileen.
It's always nice to thank you for connecting with us.
Yes, thank you for watching. That's right. So we're going to read our first question. I think our first question was, what did we say about? Well, actually, our first question should be based on what we already have talked about. So what are the things that you're looking for in a good mentor? So that's our first question. So for our viewers out there, if you were listening, then you should be able to name at least No, that's not what it is. Sorry. What are we looking for in a good mentor? That's right. So if you are listening, you should at least be able to name a few of the characteristics or the things that we're looking for in a good mentor. So for those people that are watching right now or listening, feel free to put your answers in the comment section. And the first one who will give the right answer will win a prize.
I
Yes.
love what you say. You're so good in, in all this, like explaining, and I'm more like in the moment sometimes.
Yeah.
But I love it. I think this is a nice combination, And I believe about these laws that we have been talking just in the past episodes has been also helping us. And what do you think? Just by learning, by reviewing the information, practicing them, it helps us also to reflect on those. I mean, specific areas that we need to grow.
Absolutely. I'm learning from myself. I mean, we're sharing this. It doesn't mean that we're experts in this because we do need help. So we're just being honest that we are all in a position where we can grow. Nobody is like perfect. Nobody in this world can say that I'm, I have reached my full potential. I mean, growth is continuous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's the beauty. Is that it's a journey. You never stop learning. You can always learn something different. Sometimes, it happened to me. I love personal growth, spiritual growth. You name it. But there is some other areas that I need to grow. Sometimes you become very, very good in certain areas of that you manage very well. But that's not it. Life is about
continuing to grow, flourish, and improve. And because, as I said, we are all like living human beings. So we are living beings. So when you have life, then your cells are growing. I mean, it's like
it's curiosity, it's neuroplasticity, it's expansion, it's stress.
So we're gonna talk about the next law now. Okay.
Let's go back,
yes. We're just enjoying so much of the first law that we're talking about tonight, but the second one that we're going to talk about is the law of expansion.
I like that.
Yeah, the law of expansion. So what does the law of expansion actually say?
Well, to me, it's more about, it's growth is everything, Like we always have the opportunity to become better, to learn more, to actually to break our own limits as well. And it's always available to us. That's what I get it from that.
Yeah, the law of expansion, simply means that growth increases our capacity, right? That's why it says expansion. So if we're like this, we're just in a box and we don't want to get out of that box, then we are so limited. But then we have to get out of that box.
Comfort zone.
Out of the comfort zone. We have to get out of that and expand expand our capacity. Because that's very important. Sometimes we have this mindset of like, oh, I can't do it.
But it's like very, like the more that you repeat yourself, think about it. How many times we our inner dialogue is like, I can't do it. Oh, I'm so afraid. Or I don't have the knowledge or the skills. If you don't have the knowledge, you can always learn something else, right? You're expanding, you're breaking your own limit beliefs, you are going forward, you are actually being brave and be bold, because it's so many things in life that we can achieve. But sometimes we need to face that fear.
Yeah, and we have to stop thinking that we can't, but rather we should ask ourselves, how can we do it? Yeah, we have to be resourceful. As you have said, we can always find a way to do things. That's why it's so easy now to find a way to do things. Like you can just watch on YouTube, DIYs. There's a lot of resources out there that will teach you how to actually do a certain thing.
And I think sometimes, sorry, I was going to interrupt you. It's because there is so much information, you have to simplify. Clarify your ideas. What is the next thing that you want to learn in life? Finances, maybe about your health, maybe about, personal growth, spiritual growth. Define what you really want. and go forward. Set up a goal and know something difficult, something achievable, something that you can actually look for. And I'm sure that clarity is always going to give you direction in life.
Yes. So again, we would like to encourage our viewers to have any, give us any comments, shout outs, or ideas, or if you want to share your story, let us know so we can also, acknowledge you and recognize you and share your beautiful story to the world. Okay. Yeah. Please, if you have anything that you want to say. And simply also with the law of expansion, sometimes we're only looking at just one thing and it's like we feel like there's only one door, but actually so we have to stop thinking about there's only one door or of opportunity, but rather we should think that there are multiple doors.
Like
yes,
when you think about it, it's like look at the sky. It's like
it's unlimited.
Look at the sea, for example. To me, it's powerful, but also like I cannot even see the end. Sometimes we should really go forward, beyond that.
Beyond the horizon.
Use your imagination, connect with those emotions and see what do I really want in my life so badly. But be very honest, authentic. Like have a one-on-one conversation with yourself and go forward. Because I believe that any answers, are available to us, to all of us in these days. And whatever we don't know, sometimes we don't even need to worry about it. Well, we need to take action. That's important too.
Yes, that's right. And we have to stop thinking about, it's just work. There's too many work, right? It's too much work. No, you should not be thinking about that, but rather you should think about, what really works? And then once you figure out and you decipher what really works. So when you're trying to find out what really works, then you have to ask yourself, this thing that you're doing, is it making an impact? If it is making an impact on other people in a very positive way, then it's working, it's doing its job, right? And then we also have to ask whether or not, whatever you're doing is actually producing something.
Yes.
Like of significance.
I think that's
like, are you,
yeah.
Is it making a good return?
Think about it. Sometimes we invest a lot of energy, time in things that they are not a priority, that they're not going to take us further. But when we start really putting priorities, be very, again, clarity gives you direction, and you're going to be actually being able to manage better your energy. Because at the end of the day, also energy is very important. Your focus also, right? And doing a little bit of this kind of, exercise, maybe about what is your priority, your top priority, as the last time we talked about it, it's going to help you a lot to have clarity. And also, especially this law that we're talking about too, because we want to expand not just in everything and at the same time in nothing, but in the more important things that you want to achieve in your life.
Yeah. I mean, it is very the law of expansion. We just have to be bold enough to really take that extra step and go above and beyond. Like in nursing, we recognize those nurses that they just don't do what is expected of them. Because in being a nurse, it's not even considered like a profession. It is a profession, but it's more than a profession. It's like a vocation. So a lot of nurses, they try to go above and beyond what is expected of them. And that's one way to expand yourself, is to go above and beyond what is expected of you. That's the law of expansion. So I think we're going to go for another short break. So we'll be back in a few. All right.
What is estate and why do we plan it? What is estate planning?
But actually, good question. I love that question. What is estate and why do we plan for that? You say estate, we're talking about what comes into your mind?
Mine is like land and property, houses.
Yes, you're right. Assets. That's your estate. That's why when somebody passed away, we settle the estate. That's what we do when we do probate. We settle the estate because the estate is what you left for your loved ones. So while you're alive, you're accumulating this estate. Why we say estate planning? Why? Well, because mainly the reason why you're doing the planning is you're thinking about what will happen when you pass away, most likely, right?
I
'Cause
mean, we
that's-
all pass away
I know.
someday.
It's just a matter of when. Hopefully not too soon because we want to enjoy our
Drive safe, eat healthy, go to the gym.
Yes, we're back. Okay. So yeah, that's the law of expansion,
You always learn something every day, Yes.
That's right. So we would like to repeat our first question. Our first question: what are the things that we should look for, or we are looking for from a good mentor? That's the first question, right? And then, of course, our second question. Again, our viewers, please, if you know the answer, feel free to put them in the comment in the YouTube or in the Facebook comment, so we can give you the prize if you win. And then our second question for tonight.
What is this? What is the second question?
What is it, Atala? Yeah, go ahead, tell
Well,
them.
I think it's about what I'm looking for. I'm a good mentor. That was the first one.
Yes, that's the first
Let's go
one.
for the second one. The law of is not the law.
Law.
It's the law of space increases your capacity. We
Yes.
just talked a few minutes ago, a very important law that we all need to welcome in our lives.
Yes. Okay, the law of blank increases your capacity. So I would like to ask you, Atala, what one thing in your life you think that still needs to expand?
This is such a good question. I really believe I need to be more brave, about sharing so many things that I have created over many years, many years. Sometimes you create, you are in that kind of mood, but it is a time that you need to share with the world. I mean, to be brave, to be bold, to be authentic, to talk from your own experiences, but especially share your purpose. And I think that I am in that moment, in expansion and growing, and being more aware of this is the time, if not when. Sometimes you know that you have this big, purpose in life, and there is no time for procrastination on that. I always share.
I'm guilty about that.
I always share. I will share this with you. I always share my purpose with every person that I meet during the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter. I'm very I love human connection. That's my strength. But in this state that everything is technology, you have to also share. You have to also create that kind of way to connect with your audience, even from Instagram, Facebook. And the more importantly, it has to come from your heart, from your true values, from the desire to help others. So
Yeah, I think
What about
basically,
you?
yeah.
What about you,
Well, I think we're basically the same. I've enrolled in so many things, like programs and projects and plans and whatever, you name it, out there, and they've just been in the back burner. But as you have said, I think there comes to a point where we have to really make use of them and utilize them. And with technology, it's a challenge, because even though we have all the materials and marketing and everything now has been easier for more people who are very tech savvy, and those people that have all the time to create all these ads or whatever. But that's the limitation that I have. It's basically because I work full time, and I'm a mom, I'm a friend, I'm a wife, so there are too many things, roles in our lives that are supposedly, we're enjoying being those things in our life, but then we also have a lot more to offer to the community and to people that we want to impact or make a difference. But the thing is, we are limited by time, resources, or knowledge, or skill, whatever. So I think that's where also I'm at right now. I have all the materials. I have a lot of resources. I have a lot of, but there's always a big but, and I'm not making excuses, I'm just being honest, because as I said, we are all learning from these laws and we are not exempted.
I think
So,
that it's so
yeah.
important what you said, and at the same time, this is a journey because when you think about it, I would say, go backwards, see how many things you have achieved, you have, actually create, you have, many certifications, like many people, of course, but sometimes we don't give ourselves the credit. That's another thing, But once that you recognize yourself also, that's gonna give you more energy. But I do believe this is a process. You always are learning, you always are evolving, growing, expanding. But the most important is like never stop believing that you have a purpose in your life.
That's right. So any viewers out there, still nobody that want to answer our question? Yeah, those who want to answer our question, come on, you just put it in the comment section so you can win a prize. So we'd like to repeat. The first question is, what are we looking for in a good mentor? And the second question, the law of blank increases your capacity. So for our viewers, come on, feel free to put your answers. So we're going to go on with the last law of the night, which is the law of contribution.
I love that one.
Yes, me
so
too.
Important.
I love the law of contribution. It simply means that we have to grow to help others grow.
I think that's the key.
Yeah.
Think about it. Communities, associations, societies, cities, countries, the whole world. We need to cooperate with one another. Our talents, our skills, our knowledge, our experiences. That's the way that we all going to grow. Sometimes you pretend to do everything on your own, and guess what? That's going to take you a while. And you may not even arrive to your destination. But when you start really sharing, helping somebody, it's amazing. Things start flowing, coming to your life easier, and you start building a good community. But also, you start really knowing that by just helping somebody, you don't know how many blessings you're going to have in return. That's right. Amazing.
That's right. Yeah. For us to be able to help others grow, though, as we have said, we have to grow ourselves first, because we cannot give what we don't have.
That's right.
Right? With all the experiences, the knowledge, the skills that we have and continue to gain and acquire, then we have more that we can share as well. Like when you start your day, for example, we have to have that mindset of asking ourselves, what good can I do today?
And
how can I bless, or how can I
always an opportunity?
Help? Yes.
Sometimes it's about just observing people and be approachable. Just like breaking your own, just your own limitations, your own fears. One time I remember, I always like to ask people questions. I go with my, quotes that I create, and it's amazing, the interaction. But one time I was in Barnes and Noble, and I approached to this beautiful girl, and I asked her a question. You know what she told me? He said, "Thank you for talking to me." And I said, "Why thank you?" To me, like no, because I just came from, she was from another country, and it's very difficult to create relationships here. People are not very friendly, but I really appreciate that you came to me, you are asking me questions, and you are want me to just kind of get to know me and say, wow, I never thought about it, but think about how you are walking in your own life, in your own journey. You are looking around and you are approachable. If you maybe not just ask for help, but also offer to help somebody.
Yes, you never know. You never know, by blessing one person, as you have said, that person will pay it forward, and then that person will pay it forward. So just one good thing that you can do for others, and one simple blessing that you can give to others and contribute to the community, it's kind of like an effect that can go multiply. So one life at a time. Change one life at a time, and you can impact and bless a lot of other people. And it just starts with one good seed and one good deed.
And also, if you think about it, it improves your well-being. By just help somebody, it makes you feel good, It gives you this kind of sense of happiness or joy, not something that is just going to disappear in the few seconds when you buy something. This is a more profound gratitude and also feeling about helping somebody. So try to do it in your daily life, try to really try to see a little bit beyond your own limitations and say yes to help somebody on daily basis. I think that would be very nice. That would be like a
Yeah,
little
I always
challenge.
believe, I always believe that, and what I think about life is God blesses us so we can bless others, right? And as they say, it's better to give than to receive, but also it's good to receive because you're actually giving that person an opportunity to also bless others. We should, if we are givers, it's okay to be also receivers.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
many people
'cause
don't know how to receive, let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's another topic for another episode, but we will talk maybe in the future. But just at the moment, it's beautiful when you are helping somebody to grow, maybe with your talents, maybe with your skills, maybe by listening to someone, maybe by just, sometimes just by be there.
Yeah,
Don't
your
say a
time.
word, your time.
Yeah,
Yes.
time and is important. Even just as you have said, you lend a listening ear to someone who's probably going through something like a stress or anxiety or just having a very, very bad day, and you are there, that they can actually, express themselves freely to you. I mean, that time that you gave that person is very well appreciated. And that's contributing to actually making that person go over whatever difficulties they're going through that day.
Just think about it. When you are going through something and somebody is there for you, how do it make you feel? It just changed your, that kind of feeling. It kind of make you feel like, hey, somebody, I am important for this person, right? It kind of changed your mood. I mean, it's so many things, your chemistry as well. So many positive things, but just be listened from somebody else. So I think that's powerful love, very powerful.
Yeah, the law of contribution. Yeah, we can share or contribute or be part of a bigger purpose in this world. Like if you contribute your time, talent, resources,
gifts,
experiences,
share your experiences,
your stories. Yeah, even your story. I mean, you never know who's going to be impacted with your story.
I think I was talking also today, and I was sharing that the stories that we all have are super powerful and that we should be brave to share, Sometimes it has to come from vulnerability, right? Because there is so much, I think, experiences that we all have in our lives that we don't even share with people because we are afraid about, judgment and maybe about being vulnerable. But that's the beauty of life.
Yeah, and we should never be scared to share what we have and to actually make an impact with to other people, because that is why we are here. We, as a very famous saying goes, no man is an island. So if you are able to contribute to your community, then you're making a very
Big
positive
contribution.
Yes.
Or just community groups, I mean, they have
it doesn't mean like a community at large. You have your family, you have your friends. Yes.
Open your mind, I mean, see the opportunities that they are right there, because you never know, actually, by just contributing, volunteering, you can also open many doors. People will, most probably you will have like a divine connection. You never know.
Yes, that's right. So again, I think we're just enjoying talking about these laws, but of course we have to go on a break again. So
Back again so quickly.
welcome back. welcome back.
It's just such a nice feeling, to be
Yes.
here with you that day.
I know, right? Me too. I'm enjoying it. And this is one way of contributing. Yes, that's right. Because we're doing this because we just love to share our thoughts, our ideas, our knowledge, our stories, because we never know who is watching out there that might be needing this type of encouragement.
I will tell you something that maybe
Yes.
it's like it came to my mind. One time somebody invited me to go to this association. It's an international, it's called. So this person told me, Atala, could you come with me? Some people there and you can introduce me maybe with people. I said, of course. So I went with this person. This is what happened there.
Mhm.
I met somebody else and that person was going through something. So I started calling that person, and one day he said, you helped me a lot and I really appreciate you. I want to invite you to my studio and I want to interview you as a coach. And I said, that's really nice. So I went there, and then slowly I saw information about the university where I studied many years ago. And I was like, wow. And he said, you don't know, this university is very well known in Latin America. I said, yes, I studied there. But just think about the connection, just contributing, helping somebody. From there, introduced me with another person. That person introduced me with another group of people. To make a long story short, they invited me to do a presentation 1 year later that I set up in my mind, but also they came for my son faculty to study at the university. But just think about the
connections too, and networking. It's part of all this.
Yes.
You'll meet someone in your life. You never know. That will be the beginning of a better and more opportunities for you. And you just never know. I mean,
that's amazing. It's like because you want to help somebody.
Yes.
You never know how many doors that will
open for you. That's right. So I know it's like for myself, I'm into a lot of other non-profit or like voluntary,
very, very active
voluntary activities out there in the community. But I could not imagine myself or my life just doing work, like going home or going to work, coming home without doing anything, and going to work, coming home. I don't know, but I couldn't imagine myself doing that. It's not fun. That's why I love doing all these things, even though, nobody gets paid. That's not the purpose. I don't care because I enjoy what I'm doing.
I think it's like preparation too, because
Yes.
think about it. You do something, you become better and better and better. But not just that, your message is also shared with the world. And also you are inspiring, you are motivating, you are transforming people's life, believe it or not. So I think that the job that everybody's doing is coming with the highest purpose. And when you are very connected with your true essence, with what you're doing, it's going to have some, like not just a positive influence, but it's like you have your message is sharing. It's like you're sharing your message.
And the most important, I'm growing from this experience. Because if I'm staying just in my comfort zone, like if I just care about what I do every day, just about me, then I'm not growing. I don't imagine myself being this person if I have been, staying in my shell, right? That's why, or in my closet.
Yeah, like the goal.
Yeah. So even though I have a lot of room to grow, and I think that's very important to realize too, is that there's always a room for growth. And that's why we are talking all about this invaluable laws of growth, because there's always going to be a room to grow.
That's right.
Yes. And contributing to the community also, you could imagine all those philanthropists or those very talented people that they actually contribute not just their talents, but their resources. The different type of joy and fulfillment and rewarding experience that they have. It just also helps your body physiologically.
Immune system.
Physiologically, because and physiologically you are producing those good happy hormones.
Dopamine.
Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, those things, and adrenaline, and what else? endorphins,
I think
you
that
know?
it's you
Yeah.
know, when you think about the rewards that we have by just helping, contributing,
Mhm.
it's just, I mean, in your health, period, you're gonna feel better. And
Mhm.
again, our immune system is gonna be stronger to fight any disease, any illness. And we just not need a pill. I think we need to contribute more into the world.
Yes, it's more of it's a natural way of actually healing ourselves, healing from inside out. Because imagine if you have those beautiful and joyful feelings and good hormones
You feel
rather
like,
than
you
the
feel
bad
like
hormones,
you
then you feel,
can
yeah,
tackle the world.
you're
I mean, whatever it comes.
rejuvenated, yeah, you're enlightened. And not only that, I mean, it's like not only benefiting yourself, but you are actually making a difference into other people's lives, and
think
that's the
about
best
it,
part.
even in your own world, in your own family, because if you are always like more like a, with positivism, I mean, energetic, and you're feeling good about yourself, your family is gonna be even. I mean, it's gonna be beneficial for your family as well. And in your work, people attract where. I mean, they see you. I mean, it's like an energy, and positive energy attract positive energy as well.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yes. And it's contagious.
It is.
It's like, I'm going to tell you, like, this past weekend, we had our fall seminar for the Philippine Nurses Association of Metro Houston. I'm the education chair of that committee. So we had our fall seminar, and one of the topics that was presented is, I think it's the humor in healthcare. It's very important to have humor,
Really?
yes, in healthcare. And we had this exercise that you have to, you have to repeat after me, like, he ha ha hoo he ha ha hoo. So it's like I started that and everybody just kept doing it. And imagine the whole room was actually laughing.
But it's so good
Yes,
to
and
laugh about
this-
life, It's like,
And everybody just felt so good.
decrease the
Yeah.
cortisol level, and just feel more relaxed, because life is about this challenge over challenge, after challenge. So you have to learn also to enjoy, to laugh, to be lighter in life.
And
I think
always
that's
remember,
necessary.
yeah, it doesn't have to be a big or a huge contribution. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter how big it is. They even say the small things in life actually matter most. Even just
I
a
think
simple
so, too.
smile, like just a simple smile. Imagine how that simple smile can brighten someone's day.
Or just think about it,
Yeah.
for example, sometimes like, in your business, be very, be approachable, ask your staff, ask your team members and your colleagues, or maybe your business partners, really just simple question. How are you feeling today? Just by asking, how are you feeling? Not just how are you doing? Big difference right there.
Yeah,
Big
our
difference.
world is in a very, tough time. We are in the tough times. There's war going on in Iran, and right, and
Natural
all that.
disasters.
Yeah,
are
natural
many-
disasters
many
everywhere.
places in the world.
So
yes.
one thing also that we
Places.
can actually contribute is prayer. I mean, if we pray for our world, for the people that are suffering, for the people or countries that are actually in distress and all that, even, our prayer will make a big difference, because you never know. I mean, people need prayers all the time.
We need the strength,
Mhm.
we cannot handle on our own. I think sometimes life can be very difficult, and we can actually just feel like we're not able to continue in life. That's what is important, to have somebody close to you. This is a mentor, this is a good friend, somebody who's going to encourage you in those difficult moments. And it's true, more than ever, the world needs more attention, compassion, needs strength, that kind of talents and skills and prayers as well, because it's all right. I mean, we all need that spiritual strength to keep
Yes.
going in life, definitely.
Yes. So just to summarize, we talked about the law of modeling. It simply says that it's hard to grow if you don't have anybody else that you're looking up to except yourself. So it's basically, we need mentors, we need coaches in our lives. So that's the law of modeling. And also, let's try to be a good mentor for others. Let's try to be a good model for the people around us, especially for the young generation. Especially if we are parents, then we have to try to be good models for our kids. Because whatever the kids in our homes see that we do, they also try to do. So we have to be real good role models for our kids, and we have try to mentor the young generations, those people that are going through stress or distress. Try to be a coach and find yourself good mentors and good coaches. And then of course the law of expansion. We have to stop thinking about the limitations in our lives.
Take away the
yes,
limited belief, we can almost expand in things that we don't even know. And I think sometimes it's that kind of belief that we had built in over the years that has been so anchored in ourselves that we need to really go deep and actually work in our conscious level, to reframe that idea, that limited belief that we have been feeding for many, many years, that it's possible to change it. But we will need to grow. This is a growth process, inner process, but it's worthy.
Yes, we have to continuously try to increase or grow to increase our capacity. And growth comes from the inside, because if we are growing from the inside, then we grow outwardly in a bigger, capacity as well. So law of modeling, law of expansion, that's one.
And contribution, the love of contribution, that we all have something to give.
Yes, what good? What can we do for our fellow men? What good can I do today? Right? We should ask ourselves every day, what have I done that have made a positive impact on other people? So law of modeling, law of expansion, and law of contribution. Yes. Hope you all learn from us tonight. And as we said, this is a process and we're growing with you.
That sounds so beautiful. But let me ask you, where they can find you? They want to talk to you, and Jay, they want a session with you, I can tell you, you know a lot of things. You are certified in many areas. You have been taking a lot of different courses, but it is time also to tell the audience where they can reach you.
Well, they can come to my home. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to give you my address. Sure? My address is 11111. No, I'm cool. I'm just kidding. But you can find me on Instagram, NARS. Okay, NARS. No, that's the Filipino way, the Tagalog way, NARS. But for the international clients, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm a NARS, Filipino NARS. But anyway, I'm Nurse MJ for you. That's my Instagram. Or you can email me at MJC. What's my email address? Just MJ. Kidding. I have so many email addresses on it. There's 3. Anyway, mjverzosac@gmail.com. You can find me there, or you can email me, or you can message me on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, Mary Jane Verzosa Concepcion.
Beautiful.
Thank you. What about you, Atala? Because Atala has been she's a professional coach and she has done a lot of coaching. So if you need her, certainly you are in the best hands. So Atala, where can they find you?
Well, actually, they can find me in Instagram as Atala Coach or Atala Tovar, either one. Also LinkedIn, Atala Tovar, and also in my website, which is www.atalatovar.com. I will be very, very happy to connect with you, and also to just let you know that we are here for you. This is not about us. This is more about you.
That's right. And we also need help. So if you have any suggestions, again, we need your input. We need your ideas. How can we improve our show? So please help us. We would love any feedback from you, good or bad, because we never know what to do or we never know what to improve on if we don't get your feedback. So please be honest. Let us know how we can improve our show. And we'd like to promote our next show for Monday. So
I love that one.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited too. So let's see what we have.
What is the most significant thing you're grateful for today? Why?
Get set to pay keen attention and amplify the volume as MJ and Atala step into the limelight.
Join us as we explore the transformational power of gratitude, for a heart abundant in appreciation is indeed a heart abundant in joy. Tune in live Monday, November 6th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
That's going to be a beautiful
Yes.
program. If you know anybody else, that
Mhm.
needs to kind of increase their energy, like them in their mood, please invite them. I can guarantee you're going to enjoy it.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. That's a very, very good topic. And that is something that we can start implementing in our daily lives, and you will just see how positive the changes will be around you,
It just
especially
changes
even
you. It
in
changes
you.
the
It
way you
changes you.
think, the way you feel,
Mhm.
your perspective. We're going to go very deep in many areas in where you may be surprised about just adding gratitude to your daily life. It will
Mhm.
change you forever.
That's right.
Seriously.
Yes, yes. I can't wait. But then again, for those of you who have joined us tonight via Facebook or YouTube or in our podcasts, thank you again. Thank you so much. We really are so excited. And of course, Atala, we are always here Mondays.
At 7 p.m. Central
Thursday.
Time.
Yes.
It has been really a pleasure to be with you and Jane and with our audience. And I'm sure that it's going to be amazing next episode. So we're going to be looking forward to talk with you next.
Yes. So see you on our 13th episode on Monday here at Be Bold.
Why not?
See you next time. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.